So thank you, Brian. There's been a lot of stuff tonight. Hopefully, this will be worth it because Exceptional Minds is aptly named. I'm the executive director of a professional academy and studio that trains individuals with autism to become visual effects artists and animators. Now, I was very excited about this opportunity to come speak to your meetup here at Google, but our students were even more excited, and so what did our students do? They created a couple of animated Google Doodles. I'll show you this one now, and then one at the very end. So it's just a mixture of our two logos. Now, I want to give you a little glimpse into what Exceptional Minds is, and then dive a little bit deeper into the organization. So here we go.
Nobody ever asks a kid with autism, what is it you really like to do? At this school, we ask, what is your goal? What is your dream?
And we couldn't ask for a better team member. Everyone needs a little bit of help. They're storytellers, they're dreamers. Does it take a little hand-holding? Yes. Does it take a commitment that we will not stop until this succeeds? Yes. But that's how we make movies.
I used to work as a stock clerk who would just go through the aisles and organize things.
People are saying, you're autistic, you can't work here. It's like, no, this place shows me I can.
Even though I have autism, you can still follow your dream no matter how hard life gets. And that's how I'm going to get through this.
So let's give a little bit of context. 1% of the world is diagnosed with autism. The vast majority, some statistics take it over 90%, are either unemployed or underemployed. 1 in 59 children are diagnosed with autism, and by the year 2023, 380,000 Americans will enter adulthood with autism. Now, factor in what that means when you have that level of unemployment and underemployment with that many people entering adulthood just a few years from now. So this is why Exceptional Minds exists. It was started by a group of parents in 2011 who had children on the autism spectrum. And they saw those statistics. And they wanted to do something to change the trajectory of their children's lives. Our core program is our 3-year full-time program. You have to be over 18, you have to have completed high school, and of course you have to have a formal diagnosis of autism or a related disorder. So the 3-year program not only provides the technical training in currently a track of visual effects and 2D animation, but beginning this year and fully employed next year, a third track in gaming and 3D animation. But what really makes our program work is the work readiness, the employability training. Equally, throughout the entire career of our students, they are studying work readiness skills, independent problem solving, proper dress, proper hygiene. Whatever challenges typically face individuals with autism that provide obstacles to employment, we are working with them on that. They have full-time classes that focus on that, but those same skills are interwoven into the technical training. Now, our mission is employment. So we are focused on getting paid summer internships, professional internships, mentorships. We just launched a mentorship program with Cartoon Network. And it has gotten a lot of press. And we have 24 of our students working with 24 professional animators, learning more about their craft from a very applied perspective. Now, when we started the school, we realized that when we had our first set of students graduating, it's a 3-year program, in 3 years, we needed some place for our students or now graduates to get some more seasoning before they go and work in off-site employment, in studios and post-production houses. So we started a professional studio. Here is a sample of some of our visual effects work that we've done over the last 5 years. And there's no audio. So we've worked on the last 8 Marvel films, and you can see our work. We do tracker removal, split comps. This is called Dust Busting. This was an Academy Award-winning film for Best Visual Effects First Man. And the arrows are pointing out how we cleaned up the film. That's just a small snippet of all the cleaning it needed to do. Another Marvel film, we not only remove objects, we remove actors and put new actors into the scene. This is Jurassic World for Universal. This is a split comp we did for another Marvel film, Avengers. All types of cleanup work that really enhances a film. Black Panther, you see, they say fix it in post. Well, we're the ones fixing it. And this is a really interesting one. The director decided that he did not like the spots on the gloves. So in 40 scenes, we had to remove the spots on all of the gloves. Putting in backgrounds on blue screens. More cleanup work. There's one of those boom mics still in the shot. We've worked on every episode of The Good Doctor, which is a show where the central character has autism. And we do a lot of these split comps where directors like the performances of 2 different actors or more, but they're in different takes, and we bring it together into one take. More marker removal. This is one where we had to take the poles out and even take the reflection of the poles out of the water. And another actor being removed. Another split comp. And I think you get the idea of the visual effects work we do. So I'm going to move on from there. And this is the type of work that we do in the studio. To work in our studio, you do have to have graduated from our 3-year full-time program. Here are some of the films we've worked on. 2 Academy Award-winning films this year. We worked on 5 Oscar-nominated films this year. Here are some of the television shows we've worked on. We've worked on over 200 film and television projects. Testimonials. We also do animation, as I said, so this one has audio. This is for the LA Zoo 50th anniversary. Some music video for B.J. Liederman, a composer on NPR. This was for a video game teaching children to brush their teeth. You can see there are different levels. Holiday card we did for CBS. There's our logo. This is for Jane Seymour's Open Heart Foundation. This was our first project with Sesame Street. This episode was nominated for an Emmy. We've done 2 Sesame Street projects so far. Book series, commercial. This is our second project for Special Olympics. And this is another book series, Special Books by Special Kids. Another music video. And Atypical, another show that features a character with autism. Here we had to do the animation and back into live action, which is particularly difficult. You'll see at the end. There we go. And the battery is running low on this, so I think that's telling me to speed up. So these are some of our animation clients. You may have seen the press with the release of the new season of Atypical. Netflix had a mural done. We did the mural. If you're in Los Angeles, you could find it in Los Feliz. As we said, our mission is employment. And although we have our graduates working in our studio, our true mission is to place our graduates in places like Marvel and Cartoon Network and Stargate Studios and Nickelodeon, so on and so forth. But let me tell you the story about one of these here. So Chris does work for Marvel Studios. We have 4 employees, 4 of our alumni working at Marvel Studios. But Kevin was in our first graduating class. When Kevin came to Exceptional Minds, he was bagging groceries in a local supermarket. He was living with his parents, and he didn't have a driver's license. Went through our program, got hired by Stargate Studios, got his driver's license, moved into his own apartment. He worked at Stargate for 4 years, and then, as is typical in the post-production world, there was some downsizing, and Kevin's job was eliminated along with a number of other people. So what did Kevin do? Kevin moved to Japan to work on a farm. Now think how remarkable is this story. Here you have a person who just a few years before was living with his parents, didn't have a driver's license, was bagging groceries in a supermarket. And Kevin is not Japanese, he has no Japanese heritage, and he does not, or he did not, know the Japanese language. A lot of neurotypical people would not do what Kevin did. This is the success of Exceptional Minds. We talked about internships. We have dedicated internship programs with Nickelodeon, with Warner Brothers, with Cartoon Network, and we are seeking to expand those because we know the more internship opportunities we have, the more employment opportunities our graduates will have. Now, I talked earlier about how we provide that employability training to our students. Well, that support follows our students and our graduates into the workplace. We not only provide that support to our students and graduates, but we provide it to the employer. So we come in and we will do autism training for the unit where the employee is now working, and we'll provide ongoing support on a most to least model, meaning we recognize that the need for that support will be greater at the beginning and statistically will diminish over time. So we've had 52 graduates, 13 summer internships, 12 in outside employment, and 20 working in our studios. Remember I said earlier, statistics have over 90% of individuals with autism as being unemployed or underemployed. We have over a 66% placement rate. And we're not satisfied with that. We are seeking to improve upon that. We're about transforming expectations. And I'm going to leave you with this piece that Today Show did on us, and then I'm going to show you that second Google Doodle that I referenced at the beginning of the talk.
Black Panther is nominated tonight for 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. It's the first superhero movie ever to receive a nomination in that category. The world of Wakanda was created through stunning visual effects, some of them by the exceptional minds at one studio. Joe Fryer has our Sunday closer.
To create an Oscar-nominated movie like Black Panther, it takes thousands of creative minds, one of which belongs to visual effects artist Tony Saturno.
This is before the operation, and this is after.
He was tasked with getting rid of all the production stuff you're not supposed to see in this scene.
I needed to remove these flags here and here and here.
Tony works at Exceptional Minds, a nonprofit studio for artists who are on the autism spectrum.
It feels very rewarding, to say the least.
It was founded in 2011 by parents of children with autism. Susan Zwerman is the studio's executive producer.
I always wanted to help others to aspire to become something, to be better in their lives.
Exceptional Minds started as a 3-year school teaching graphic and visual effects, and more recently, animation.
I actually was the one that provided the voice for that.
Generally speaking, areas where you can focus, where you can work on detail, those are things that are conducive for a lot of individuals who are on the spectrum.
In 2014, they added a studio, giving graduates a place to work. Before long, they were teaming up with box office powerhouses like Marvel Studios.
The idea was to do slow steps, give them more and more work as they succeeded, and they did over and over and over and over.
Eli Katz worked on Black Panther, erasing straight hairs and cleaning up other imperfections.
You must be very patient.
Yeah, yes I am.
We go hand in hand with their focus and determination makes our movies far better.
Exceptional Minds has worked on 44 TV shows and 84 films, including Black Panther, Green Book, First Man, and Solo, a Star Wars story, all Oscar nominees.
I said, wow, we worked on that. When I shared it with the artists, I mean, everybody was cheering.
Perhaps the greatest reward is seeing their work on the big screen and their names in the credits.
I couldn't help but put my fist up in the air.
For Eli, the best reaction came from a friend.
As soon as he saw my name, he started shouting in joy, telling everyone in the seats that my name was on there.
Were you a little embarrassed or were you proud?
No, a little bit of both.
What can society learn from this?
Try and treat others, with respect and let them live their full potential.
Unlocking creativity that flourishes inside truly exceptional minds. For Sunday Today, Joe Fryer, Los Angeles.
They do beautiful work. Joe, thank you very much.
All right, and then just to close, as you may or may not know, in the spring there is Autism Month, and so one of our second-year students, Craig, did this Google Doodle to celebrate Autism Month. To me, autism means finding my place in the world. Thank you very much.